Ladies and gentlemen, our first song, The Star-Spangled Banner, will be performed by the choir members of our senior class. Our second song, Let Our Voices Ring, music by Sam Lubes, text by Madison Vetter, both members of the class of 2020. Thank you to the family members who are able to be here today to celebrate your graduate. Thank you to those watching online, lending your support. And to our graduating students, the class of 2020, today is a time that I know that you and your families have been anticipating for many years. For many of you, it is the culmination of 13 years of schooling. For all of you, I am fully aware of the disruption that COVID-19 has caused in this special time. I am as disappointed as you are that your final months at Cedar Falls High School and multiple opportunities to celebrate your crowning achievements are being impacted by this global pandemic. I also know that many of you have successfully navigated challenging situations in the past. And while this situation is unique, I am confident that you will overcome these obstacles with great resiliency. Class of 2020, you are moving forward with some distinctive experiences that will serve you well. You understand that you cannot take things for granted. You understand how one day life can appear normal, and the next, everything has changed. You have learned to respect spatial boundaries and navigate the emotional tug of not being able to closely interact with friends and teachers and loved ones. You have learned to manage your learning experience without a bell schedule, and you have learned to live with some level of disappointment, with not having a prom or a traditional commencement ceremony. For some of you, you have poured your heart and soul into an activity only to learn your opportunity to shine has been canceled. But today is an extraordinary day. Today is not about disappointment. Today is a day of celebration. As you reflect, you will remember friends, teachers, coaches, paraeducators, cafeteria staff, custodians, bus drivers, counselors, as well as your parents and guardians who encouraged and supported you to this special day. Your supporting cast has helped you navigate life's experiences and prepared you for your future. And your school community maintains comfort knowing that your journey does not end here. Today, hit pause and reflect on your past. Celebrate the significance of today. And then turn the page of your graduation story, knowing that your best days are still ahead of you. Your entire school community is extremely proud of you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our student-selected faculty speaker, Ms. Heidi Anderson. For those of you who may not know Ms. Anderson, she is an English teacher. She is a teacher who consistently is friendly and positive. She crafts messages to communicate with all her students to ensure they feel connected to their school community. Ms. Anderson makes herself approachable and accessible, leaving no one out. She teaches all grade levels, and many of our students in the class of 2020 have been able to call Ms. Anderson their teacher. When students were selecting their staff speaker, they used the following terms to describe her: encouraging, always friendly, down to earth, connected with this class, well known by all, and a great role model for students. It was specifically noted that Ms. Anderson has gone above and beyond during the pandemic to provide encouraging messages to students and let them know they are cared for. And beyond the classroom, Ms. Anderson has impacted the lives of many student athletes on the soccer team. It is abundantly clear that Ms. Anderson is fully invested in our school community and the experiences our students have in her classroom. Without a doubt, Ms. Anderson is an excellent selection by the class of 2020. Please welcome Ms. Heidi Anderson to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Wedgbury, Dr. Petit, Mrs. Spears, and Mr. Becker. To the wonderful class of 2020, I've had the distinct privilege of spending most of my school day with you this past year. And I do consider my time spent with you to be the reason why this was probably my favorite year of teaching. Well, maybe up until spring break. Although I wish I could look out and see all of your lovely faces, I consider it a great honor to get the chance to say goodbye, in a sense. So thank you for this opportunity. Every August, when I receive a copy of the district calendar for the upcoming school year, I do two things almost instinctively. I go to the end of December to see how long winter break is, and I make sure that March Madness, the college basketball tournament, lines up with spring break. It always does, but I check every year nonetheless. I find comfort in knowing what's ahead, and like to have markers of events throughout the year to look forward to. These markers are natural. They're built into the structure of our society. It's good to have experiences to look forward to as we mark the passing of time. But there's always a but, isn't there? Think about what we normally look forward to. Walking across the stage in front of classmates, friends, and family to receive the long-awaited high school diploma, going to college on a physical campus, getting and keeping a job, making money, living out our dreams. All of those are really good accomplishments to look forward to. But if we've learned anything these last 3 months, it's that none of them are sure. The many disappointments that have transpired since March have caused more than heavy hearts. They've taken away our hope. Now, I'm going to take a risk and do something a little cliche, but words are my livelihood, so I'll do it anyway. If you Google the word hope, the first result that pops up says, a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. I find examples to be a helpful way to explain a concept, so let me illustrate. In the opening round of the 2020 NFL Draft a few weeks ago, the first virtual draft in history, hope was the theme of the opening monologue. They talked about how sports give us something we all need right now, a little hope. because sports fans know all about hope. I'm a Vikings fan for some reason, so I can relate. We still root for our team because we have a desire for a certain thing to happen, that they will be better. We have hope. But if you keep looking at the results on Google, you'll see a second, more archaic definition of hope. And I like this one better. It simply says a feeling of trust. Trust is the firm belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of someone or something. So this hope is a feeling of something being true or reliable. It's something we have confidence in. Let me illustrate this kind of hope. You may be surprised to know that I hated reading until my junior year of college. That's right, college. But I still became an English teacher. During spring break of my junior year, I read The Hunger Games before the first movie came out. That's how you're supposed to do it, by the way. I devoured that book and the rest of the trilogy in a few days. There are many aspects of the book that make it so engaging, but one line stands out to me that I still remember 8 years later. President Snow, the tyrannical dictator of the evil capital, tells the game maker, "Hope is the only thing stronger than fear." Hope is the only thing stronger than fear. Of course, in that context, he was saying it negatively. He didn't want to give people of the rebellion hope because their hope could overcome the fear that kept them submissive. We may not be in the midst of a rebellion, but the message still applies. Right now, so many things can cause fear. Will I stay healthy? Will I get to start my freshman year of college on campus? Will my parents be okay, physically or financially? Those fears are real and valid. But in life, we're inevitably going to face suffering and trials. We live in a broken world and can't escape it. There will always be things to fear. But just as President Snow said, there is one mindset greater than fear: hope. Something in which we can have a confident expectation or trust. You may be hearing a lot about hope right now when you listen to the news or watch most commercials. Companies want to give you hope. But what you need as you face your next steps, whether it's college, the workforce, the military, or a gap year, and what you will need 10, 20, 30 years down the road, isn't a sports fan kind of hope. You need a hope that is confident, not just wishful thinking. A hope that carries you through anything you encounter in life. A hope powerful enough to withstand war and revolution and coronavirus and cancer and losing a loved one. You need hope, real hope. Looking at the school calendar every August gives me structure, not hope. You need to find something sure to place your hope in. For some, it's our faith. For others, maybe it's a family member or friend who has been so loyal to you, even when you've messed up once or twice or 10 times. Someone who you know will be right there, struggling alongside you when you're going through hard times, or rejoicing with you when you've enjoyed great success. Whatever it is, think how much peace and contentment we could find in life if we took the power we so often give to fear and gave it over to hope instead. Class of 2020, do that. Embrace what is daunting. Let your fears give way to hope. Trust in what is unchanging. Then, even what is broken can become something beautiful.
It is my privilege to introduce a member of the graduating class as commencement speaker. Prior to that, I'd like to say congratulations to the 2020 graduates, their parents, family, and friends. Congratulations to each of you on this very special accomplishment. Each year, the student speaker for commencement is selected through a comprehensive process by a committee of faculty and student representatives. The selection of a graduating senior to speak at commencement is a tradition that was established in 1966. This year, our student speaker is Devin O'Loughlin. She is the daughter of Julie Husband and Jim O'Loughlin and has two siblings, Nick, 22, and Ian, 14. Devin attended Lincoln Elementary, Holmes Junior High, and the Cedar Falls High School. While in high school, Devin has excelled in both academics and activities. Example of these activities include Iowa Governor Scholar, Iowa Girls State Attendee, Know Your Constitution finalist, track, cross country, the speech team, Science Olympiad, Interact Club, and Women's Leadership. Devin has also been involved in many activities outside of school, including co-leader of Barking Book Buddies, Habitat for Humanity Restore, Ignite the Cancer Conversation member, and piano lessons to many students and family members. Devin said she has many cherished memories of high school. The greatest memory she has is going to the state cross-country meet every year with her team. After high school, Devin plans to attend Bowdoin College in Brunswick, Maine, where she hopes to study Spanish and biology. The title of Devin's speech is The Privilege of Uncertainty. It is my honor to introduce and welcome Devin O'Loughlin.
Thank you, Dr. Petit. I'd like to begin by first recognizing us, the class of 2020. In watching old commencement speeches, I've noticed the commonly used line, "It took a lot for us to get to this point." I think we can all agree that for the class of 2020, it definitely took a lot for us to get to this point. And for that, I commend all of us. When I first started working on this speech, I wrote an outline that focused on uncertainty. The uncertainty we have faced entering high school, meeting new people, taking chances on new sports, jobs, clubs, and the uncertainty we would continue to face after high school. Not even 1 month after submitting my outline for consideration, we all found out that school would be canceled for what ended up being the rest of the year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Then, all of us, our families, and the world were thrown into perhaps the most uncertain times that any of us have ever faced. How's that for irony? While history may remember us as the Corona class of 2020, I believe that we should not allow ourselves to be defined solely by our circumstances. We are so much more than a virus, and therefore, from this point on, I would like to focus on something we can always, though perhaps unexpectedly, rely on: uncertainty. No matter how different we all are, we can all be united by our interactions with uncertainty. When this commencement ends, we will have entered a new stage in our life that is full of the unpredictable. Today, I want to talk about all of the uncertainty we have faced before and during high school, and the uncertainty we will face after high school. Then, I want to offer up my suggestions on how to not only deal with this doubt, but how to embrace it. 3 years ago, Cedar Falls High School was the uncertainty looming on the horizon for us. I remember having dozens of questions in my head in the weeks leading up to the first day of class. Will I make friends? Do I actually have to write in cursive? Is not having air conditioning really that bad? To answer the last one, yes, it is really that bad. Looking back, some of these questions may seem silly or obvious, even though at the time they seemed crucial to survival. However, when we entered high school, the questions didn't go away. If anything, now we had even more. Why don't the basements connect? Why are some teachers so much worse at writing emails than students? Did someone really put laxatives in the water at prom? To be honest, most of us still haven't figured out the answers to some of these questions. Luckily, we learned to live with them. They never went away, but we found other things to focus on, like figuring out what career path we want, enjoying the rest of our adolescence, and complaining about the underclassmen. Once this commencement ends, we're going to face a lot of questions, ranging from figuring out whether Carol Baskins really killed her husband to deciding what we want to do with the rest of our lives. This all-important uncertainty may be daunting, but it is crucial that we learn to embrace it. For this, I have 2 suggestions. First, know that uncertainty is scary, but it is also a privilege because it represents a choice. Having a choice can mean having the opportunity to make a mistake, but it can also mean having the possibility to do something that makes you happy. Mistakes are inevitable and often unpredictable, but they help build us into better, more knowledgeable people. Choices come with a lot of pressure, but remember, nothing is ever guaranteed to be what you thought it would be. Uncertainty is a constant in life, so we might as well learn to embrace it. If it still scares you, remember that we overcame the unknowns before high school, so this won't exactly be your first time facing them. We will be entering a world of higher stakes. Losing your job is a lot more severe than getting a detention, but hopefully we've gained the knowledge we need to survive. Second, don't be afraid to admit uncertainty. There isn't a power hour in life, so don't be afraid to seek out help when you really need it, because eventually you will really need it. Think about it. If Lil Nas X hadn't asked Billy Ray Cyrus to be part of the Old Town Road remix, then we wouldn't have had a #1 hit. Beyond genre-bending music, asking for help can lead to really amazing things, but you have to overcome the uncertainty involved in reaching out. Amongst all of this uncertainty, there are 2 things I am sure of. 1, no one has it all figured out, and 2, that is absolutely fine. We all grapple with figuring out what the next move is, but we can't let that stop us from making them. As you leave high school, use whatever lessons you've learned, in or out of class, to navigate the unknown. We are entering an unprecedented world, one none of us knew to expect, but it is a world that we, because of the uncertainty that we are privileged to have, are as ready for as anyone. So, Cedar Falls High School, class of 2020, roll up your sleeves. It's time to get to work.
Thank you, Devin. It is with great pride that I present the class of 2020 for graduation. In recognition of the individual accomplishments in fulfilling the graduation requirements, I recommend that the class of 2020 for Cedar Falls High School receive diplomas of recognition at this time. We will now begin recognizing our graduates. Honored readers include Mrs. Lindsay Spears and Mr. Troy Becker.
Naman Abbasi. Jordan Richard Adams. Xavier Russell Robert Adams. Stanley Robert Adix. Noor Afzal. Bryce Arthur Alba. Lance Michael Albert. Bo Allen Jacob Anderson. Heather K. Andress. Samuel Todd Appenzeller.
All right, Sam.
Blake Matthew Ahrens. Noah Mark Ahrens. Roxana Ariola. David Aslamov. Emma Lynn Osborne. Mihaela Victoria Exante. Cameron Stephen Bagby. Jibril Alamin Bailey. Elizabeth Rose Bainbridge. Abigail Elizabeth Baylong. Caden Patrick Barnett. Luke Joseph Barrett. Jackson Russell Berry. Jackson Daniel Barth. Austin Eddie Bartz. Carmen Bekovic. Spencer Lee Belden. Nicholas William Wayne Bellendier. Anthony Gabriel Beltran. Dalton Forrest Blackford. Skylar Ann Borhave. Colin David Bonenkamp. Blake Austin Boland. Jagger Christopher Borcherding. Benjamin Robert Brimacombe. Jaden Thomas Brimeyer. Allison Jean Broquet. Rachel Elise Brokenshire. Acacia Tyann Brown. Connor Lee Brown. Mackenzie May Bunker. DeQuavion Keyshawn Burke. Maxwell John Burleson. Talia Marie Burt. David Henry Butler. Emily Castro Camargo. Benjamin Reagan Campbell. Teria Giselle Campbell. Autumn Rose Cantrell. Joseph Lee Shabbat. Kellen Mackenzie Chenoweth. Matry June Christensen. Wesley James Christie. Zhu Yun Chuang. Samuel John Church. Logan James Clements. Olivia Jocelyn Renee Combs. Shelby Lynn Condit. Colby James Coonrad. Sydney Rayanne Corson. Brandon James Crawford. Austin Mitchell Cross. Emma Jaden Cryer. Passion Monet Dalrymple. Danielle Meredith Aljean DeBeer. Jacob Nathaniel DeBoard. Colby Allen Dempster. Angela Sue Devaney. Emma Rose DeWitt. Mia Lynn Dexter. Leah Ann Dirks. Reese Michael Dietz. Vipsa Dershak Dodia. Madison Marie Doden. Audra Elaine Dooley. Jaden Drum. Ryan Michael Dunlap. Madeline Elizabeth Dye. Jaylyn Grace Easterly. Mac Rala Eastman. Noah Andrew Eberhardt. Skylar Kincaid Ayler. Taryn Anthony Earhart. Joseph Michael Enertson. Xavier Michael Falcon. Trevor Jason Fisher. Gretchen May Fixon. Quinn Delaney Flannery. Allison Nicole Flanshaw. Riley Nicole Fleschner. Ian Christopher Flint. Catherine Elizabeth Rose Forkham. Caden John Faust. Haley Fromm. Samantha Grace Fraze. Jana Quinn Freeman. Abigail Marie French. Amanda Kelly Fries. Ellis Cole Fusel. Abigail Rose Fulton. Leah Jennifer Funk. Jillian Kathleen Gaines. Connor Russell Galloway. Ragnar Texas Niwani Gamad. Aaliyah Allison Gander. Derek Anthony Garcia. Jenna Dakan Woya G. Alina Essen Gumman. Lexi Reese Godfrey. Jada Taylor Goldensmith. Madison May Gonnerman. Justin Levi Good. Kirsten Marie Graves. Emerson K. Green. Julia Cameron Balone Gray. Allison Marie Grinstead. Robert Bo Gross. Carolina Guevara. Nakisha Michelle Guyton. Cade William Holubnik. Jacob Robert Hansen. Madison Brooke Hansen. Ariana Elaine Harper. Callista Bell Harper. Caitlin Jewel Harris. Emma Marie Hawkins. Holly Elizabeth Hayes. Nicholas Allen Helmers. Lily Rianne Hermanson. Emma Elizabeth Norby Herring. Grace Elizabeth Hertz. Peyton Dean Hiram. Jackson William Heth. Kieran Christopher Hines. Graham Ryan Patrick Hirschauer. Carmen Renee Hitchcock. Chase Allen Hoffman. Christian David Holbert. Isabella Joanne Holloway. Jaffe Elizabeth Holt. Mia Beth Houlihan.
Cody James Hovey. Harrison Hu. Natalie Jean Huffman. Connor Christian Hughes. Madison Sue Hurley. Imama Urshad. Sawyer John Jacobson. Tatum Russell Ann Jacobson. Haley Ruth Yeager. Colin William Jasper. Jacob Russell Jensen Ort. Allison Jane Jermeyer. Daniel James Michael Jesse. Cody Lee Johnson. Madison Nicole Johnson. Siddhartha Sri Kalala. Caleb Isaac Kegel. Krisha Kieran. Tanner James Keogh. Michelle Yunsa Key. Matthew Donald Keeler. Haley Marie King. Christian Riley Klepper. Jalen Turner Klingenberg. Emma Jo Closey. Alexis Nicole Klug. Ethan Keel Kober. Grace Elizabeth Kane. Olivia Christine Melcher Congable. Keller Paige Kramer. Alexis Jordan Kramer. Michael Thomas Kramer. Olivia Suzanne Kress. Gwendolyn Stacy Keel. Christopher Brian Lagerschult. Natalie Amber Lang. Ashlyn Suzanne Larson. Benton Latrick. Cole David Letusik. Emma Caitlin Lowers. Nathan Ryan Lee. Gabrielle Renee Lee. Sabrina Jean Leistico. Caitlin Marie Lenskow. Chanel Renee Lewis. Lauren Elizabeth Lilly. Kale Monty Loescher. Khalil Adele Love. Samuel Gregory Lubes. Jordan Wayne Luders. Hadija Lucinsanya. Abigail Nina Lyman. John Richard Lynch. Elise Renee Markham. Alexandra Lilith Marston. Riley Marie Martin. Hannah Catherine Moss. Peyton Charles McBroom. Cade Robert McCann. Jessica Ann McDowell. Hunter Joe McElhose. Zachary Yoon McGuire. Alexa Lauren McNally. Liam Thomas McCrae. Benjamin David Minders. Ashlyn Ray Metcalf. Grace Marie Myers. Mackenzie Elizabeth Michael. Jack Thomas Moody. Jonathan Blake Moran. Abigail Kathleen Moreland. Keyshawn Michael Lynn Mosley. Nicole Marie Motzko. Grace Marie Mudd. Simeon Spirit Muelling. Carson Lee Mueller. Sofia Yadira Munoz. Andy Mustadanagic. Madison Joy Nanaga. Alyssa Taylor Neese. Caitlin Ann Negus. Alyssa Noel Nelson. Matthew James Robert Nichols. Tatum Renee Nicholson. William Robert Nicky. Joseph Michael Nielsen. Aaron Paul Neiman. Patricia Lynn Novak. Carrie Ann O'Connor. Devin Kathleen O'Loughlin. Erin Elizabeth Ochoa. Lydia Ann Ochoa. Andy Adubasic. Sarima Dornu Abonda. Joshua Michael Olendek. Alexandra Erin Olson. Jacob Edward Oltoff. Namdi Anthony Azubike Onibo. Haley Genevieve Palmer. Het Pravin Patel. Meda Dharmendra Patel. Matthew Joseph Patterson. Jacob Robert Paulson. Alexander Rust Paxson. Callie Isabella Payne. Jaden Ann Peterson. Hunter Michael Peterson. Jade Nyap Pham. Jack Timothy Pleggy. Renee Rose Plassman. Dalton James Platty. Niksha Plexic. Skylar Ray Promer. Delaney Rayanne Rasmussen. Keely Elizabeth Rath. Nathan John Robs. Zoe Alana Round. Kaylee Alexis Reed. Benson James Redfern. Jacob Braden Remmert. Kieran Reynolds. Cale John Ray. Alexa Paige Richmond. Jackson James Ritter. Rhiannon Marcella Renee Reapy. Chloe Marie Rolfe. Nathaniel Lawrence Rolling. Caleb Hunter Roland. Keenan Seth Samardzic. Christian Umi Arturo Sanders. Andrew Robert Schaffner. Alexis Joe Shares. Sophia Ruth Schillinger.
Lillian Lucille Schmid. Cole Michael Schmidt. Emma Raylee Schmidt. Carter Jerome Schofield. Chloe Susanna Sherman. Ivan Dean Swetska. Easton Douglas Skrull. Bailey Hope Seegers. Preston Curtis Seibel. Christopher Ung Sell. Taylor Lee Sells. Benjamin David Cernett. Lucas Casey Shaw. Lakin Louise Sheely. Alexander Donald Shepard. Andrea Kimberly Shepard. Emmy Joelle Sherman. Milo James Simpson. Lila Pearl Score. Catherine Susan Scarless. Valerie Adriana Slade. Isabella Marie Horton Smith. Megan Noel Smith. Noah Jeffrey Smith. Raylyn Elizabeth Smith. Ricky Wayne Horton Smith. Paul Robert Samodi. Haley Jane Spainhour. Samantha Jo Spratt. Cade Jaron Shrigley. Emma Catherine Stanley. Mia Brandon Stark. Dade Allen Shores Stevenson. Connor Russell Stewart. Jesse Lee Steester. Evan Rain Stoles. Braden Michael Stolzer. Avery Winter Straw. Annika Joyce Strom. Lauren Catherine Sulenik. Jana Kiara Sumar. Jeffrey David Surratt. Anna Elizabeth Taft. Dennis Tazagal. Madison Lynn Terhune. Glenn Adrian Texley. Jaydeep Thurathani. Riley Sue Thompson. Timothy David Thompson. Kyle Mark Trinell. Lydia Ruth Tyler. Drew Nathan Tyler. Wesley Eugene Tyrell. Jezekiel Abel Balderrama. Bella Tossini Valente. Emily Nicole Bandel. Christian Roland Vetter. Madison Alana Vetter. Piper Ann Victoria. Trey Joseph Faucon. Julia Grace Voles. Sikandar Rabbani Wahid. Alexandra Nylia Weathersby. Jacob Gary Wykers. Trayton James Weimer. Zachary Andrew Wells. Mallory Ann Welch. Ryan Walter Westhoff. Reagan Elizabeth Wetlaufer. Michael Bradley White. Caden Brian Wyden. Alexis Lynn Williams. Haley Rose Williams. Samantha Michelle Williams. David Ross Wilson. Hollis Daniel Wilson. Trenny Dane Winkowich. Justine Elizabeth Yang. Elena Mae Yates. Samantha Ann Zapital. Frank L. Zhang. Samantha Abigail Zimmerman.
Rachel Brokenshire and Emma DeWitt, senior honor leaders, will now step forward to direct turning of the tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Cedar Falls High School graduates, the class of 2020.